Good morning. It's Tuesday. Hope you're having a good day so far, and I hope you had a good night's rest. I slept a long time last night. I needed some rest. Part of what I'm going to tell you is based on the fact that I didn't sleep well Sunday night going into Monday. I just couldn't get knocked out all the way for some reason. I felt like I napped all night long and just didn't really get out and get that deep sleep that we all need to rejuvenate our bodies and our minds and our spirits. But I want to talk to you about blessings today. Turn to Luke chapter 6 and look in verse 38. Today, if you get the prayer email from the church, you will find the song Blessings by Laura Story in it. I know it's been included in the past already, but I'm going to let you listen to a version you may not have heard yet because it involves Johnny Erickson Tata. And she's going to give a little testimony at the beginning, and then Laura's going to sing Blessings. And I believe there's somebody out there that needs to hear that today. So that's one reason I'm going to be including it in the prayer email after we get through with this. But let me just tell you what's going on here that made me come to this verse. This was part of my reading this morning, my daily Bible reading. And what God really impressed upon me was the process here. Give, and it will be given to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over will be put into your lap. That's what God does with our blessings. Sometimes we have good days and we have bad days and days in between, and we don't realize sometimes all the blessings of God as they come to us. And it doesn't matter what you're dealing with today, whether it's the corona situation, or you're still grieving over a loved one gone on into eternity, or you're dealing with a health issue, or you're dealing with boredom, or you're dealing with working at home and trying to do that, or you're dealing with whatever it might be that you're dealing with right now. God has blessings for you every day. And the picture here is of when they would say, we would just take grain, for example. They would go get grain, and the person giving them the grain would pack it down and shake it down in the bag so they could get as much as the bag would hold. And then as it would get filled up and it'd be overflowing, they'd have to shake it down and make sure they got as much as they could in it. And that was part of the blessings of God giving them what they needed with their food. And that's the way God does with us. He gives us so much in a daily moment that sometimes we don't even see them. Sometimes we don't even realize they're there. But it's always running over. It's always extra because that's the way God is. So I want you to look for your blessings today. Let me read this verse to you. Give, and it will be given to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be put into your lap. For with the measure you use it, will be measured back to you. Let me read that last phrase again. I didn't read that right. For with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. So I want you to try to be a blessing to somebody today. I want you to try to be a blessing in some way, some shape or form. Let God bless you also. One of the things I do on Mondays is usually an administrative day when we try to get everything going for the week and what we need to do. And we need to do this and that and, get things done here that keeps us functioning. And then after all that administrative stuff is done, I try to shake it down and study the rest of the day. Yesterday it happened about 11:30, somewhere in there. I could start studying after all the administrative stuff was done. And it went well up until lunchtime. And then after lunchtime, it was like, boom, the door closed. And it was just a fight the rest of the afternoon trying to get something done with study time. And I realized that part of the problem that I had was that I didn't sleep well Sunday night. I slept, but I didn't rest, I guess. I just felt like I napped all the way through the night. You couldn't never really get out in a sleep, and sometimes you have nights like that. But last night was totally different. I got out about 9 or 9:30, somewhere in that period, and I was gone. And I got up at 5:30 this morning refreshed. So I slept well last night in comparison. But anyway, yesterday I just could not get going like I wanted to. And as I was thinking about some things last night when I got home, the song Blessings by Laura Story came to my mind. And some of the things she mentioned, she said, what if your blessings come through raindrops? What if your blessings come through tears? What if your blessings come through sleepless nights? I just had one. What if your blessings come through mercies in disguise? And I started thinking, how many times do I miss God and his blessings because of whatever's going on around me? And all of us, in our lives have gotten hurt at some point in time. People hurt us, or situations hurt us, or our job hurt us, or family, or school, or whatever it is. But there's always blessings around. So that's what I was thinking about this morning. And as Jesus was kind of speaking to me through the Holy Spirit, through this, it says, give and it will be given to you. We're supposed to be active in service to God every day. And then he gives us back blessings. So I hope that you'll look for your blessings today. I hope you'll pray for Sandra Estes if you're in our church family. If you're not, you're welcome to pray for her anyway. But Sandra is still hospitalized in our hospital here. I don't know how it is where you may live. You live outside Tupelo. But the hospital here is not allowing anyone to visit and is not allowing family members to stay in the rooms with their family. So whenever a doctor comes in, Sandra's on the phone and, lets family hear what's going on, or she relays that message to Steve, her husband, and Steve's at home. He can't visit. He can't stay with her, and that's, unnatural. So pray for them. Sandra's going through more tests today and still looking for some results to what's going on with her. And then J.C. Kelly's still taking care of his feet, so pray for him as he goes back to the doctor. And then Johnny Hughes, I think, will go to the doctor tomorrow to get his ankle examined. He broke his ankle in 3 places, so pray for him and Judy. But, through all this, it's a blessing to pray for people that need it. It's also a blessing to hear from them what God will do in their situation. And again, it may be one of these things that Laura Story wrote about. Blessings will come through tears, through trials, through raindrops, through sleepless nights, through, God's mercies in disguise, what she wrote about and what she sung about. So look for all that day, pray, give, and let's see what God does today. Y'all have a good day, and we will see you tomorrow.